Friends, it's Drew Hunchausen here. I'm bringing you another episode of A Day in the Life of a Blind Guy. And today, as you might have seen if you're on my title, Triathlon Extravaganza. And I'm going to be talking about a triathlon that I just did last weekend and also showing you the different equipment that I use to participate in triathlon, both as an athlete and as a blind athlete or a disabled athlete. Should be fun. But I want to say first that I've only been involved with triathlons for a little over a year. And let me tell you, it has definitely been a journey, a fun journey that I feel like I've grown so much. And metaphorically, I kind of think of triathlons as even a metaphor for life, because you have swimming, biking, and running. And when I think about it, those three things could represent three facets of your life. In life, we all face challenges, and there's all things that we excel at, as well as things that we aren't so good at or things we just hate to do. That's kind of a triathlon, because for me, swimming is something that I've always been a pretty good swimmer and something I've done for a long time, so I love the swim part, which is the first part of a triathlon. And biking, even though I don't have a long history of biking, it's something that over the last year and a half, as I've been doing more triathlons, I've become to really like it a lot, and it's been getting easier, and I'm becoming better at doing it. But it's still, just like in life, the challenges I face as I ride a tandem bike, so I need a captain to pilot the bike. And just like life, as I said, there's always those things you're going to come up against, the help you need. And that's one of the biggest things that I'm all about. And I think that something for everybody in life is that we can't navigate through this life alone. We need the help of others. We need captains. We need a guide. We need friends, someone to guide us through those things that we aren't so good at or don't know how to do ourselves. And then the last part of a triathlon is running. And that's my most challenging part. And over the last year, I've gotten much better. When I first started training for the triathlon, I could barely run at all. And now, I really actually have started to enjoy, most of the time at least, going for runs with my sister. I don't do long distance, but 5-6K runs, 3 or 3.5 miles. It has become a lot of fun, especially when it's down at the beach. Beautiful, beautiful scenery. So even if triathlons aren't your thing, I would encourage you to challenge yourself. Maybe try one. I'd love to have you participate in one that I'm doing sometime. All right. Well, now I'm going to talk briefly about the triathlon that I just did this last weekend in Palm Desert. And I want to give a shout out to my amazing guide and captain, Akil, who was actually our first triathlon together. And we didn't have a ton of training, but we did it. We weren't the fastest, but we finished. And now that was just the first of many more to come. So when we got out to Palm Desert last weekend, we realized we hit a couple speed bumps, I guess you could say, in life. We forgot a couple things. One of the things that I forgot was my running shoes, as I had them out all ready to go, but they got left. I left them on top of the dryer, or on the way out to the car. Just forgot to pick them up. And then the other thing we forgot is when I swim, my guide and I, we both we used to at least, rock climbing harnesses. And we attach a rope to those rock climbing harnesses, and that's how my guide will swim, and I can just feel the tension on the rope and follow him. But it actually turned in to being a, what's the word I'm looking for?
Blessing in disguise.
Yeah, blessing in disguise. There you go. Exactly what I was thinking. And I'm going to show you these new things that we have that we got from Xterra Wetsuits, which is an amazing company that
You kind of
they had these at one of the booths that was there, and they had these for us to try, and they end up working really well and much simpler than putting a rock climbing harness on.
Well, I think he actually just made this for you on the spot.
Yeah, well, I mean the belts.
Oh,
the belts were already
yeah.
made. The belts were already made. Yeah.
All right, so show him how you put this on.
Okay.
I'm gonna be his guide in this scenario here.
She is
Simple little clip.
So this is like a belt that put on just around. Well, this is not mine. This is my guide's. So maybe we'll switch shells so I can actually put it around my waist.
Was this one too small?
Yeah.
Oh, fits me lovely.
Uh-huh. Alright. Let me see, I don't know.
I think you put it up here is probably what you did.
No, yeah, just the rope.
That's my guess.
Yeah, there we go.
Like I would have it up here.
Yeah. Okay, so it
know,
goes around
maybe
there, and then
maybe it goes down.
the rope. So it's the same concept as the rock climbing harness.
Bring it around.
In terms of, yeah.
You have it twisted here.
Oh, yeah, twist it all. There we go. Yeah, there we go. Okay. But same concept as rock climbing harness. But what's great about this is when you're coming, when you want to start the swim, you're putting this on. The rock climbing harness was always a little bit of a hassle getting the thing on your feet, positioning it right, so many straps all over the place. This is just simple. Put it around and snap it. And then it's also very, very easy when you come in for the bike. You just unsnap this, take it off, and put your bike shoes on, and you're off. It's was definitely a blessing in disguise, and I'm so glad now that I forgot my rock climbing harnesses.
I am too. Rock climbing harnesses were terrible. They were not fun to use.
They
so
work,
confusing.
but as my sister can attest, it's just a pain.
So this is how far. How you doing, Drew?
I'm doing well.
Come this way.
You trying to guide me somewhere? Oh, I'm scared. But,
it works well.
It works well. So the triathlon was incredible, though. As I said, we had a couple snacks, but they ended up with this, doing the swim very well, and then the bike, we just really did well on the bike. And the run, I forgot my shoes, so I ended up using my dad's shoes, which were too big, but I still did well. I didn't even, as my sister attests, that I occasionally fall when we're out running, scrape my knees up. I didn't do it this time. And
I owe him a beer.
Yeah.
I bet him a beer. I said, if you don't fall, I'll buy you a beer.
Yep.
And of course, he remembered that. I forgot I said that, and he's like, you owe me a beer.
So, all right. Well, yeah, the triathlon was great, and I'm going to show you one other thing.
I'm going to take mine off if you don't mind, unless you want to stay tethered to me.
I definitely do not. I'm going to show you. I showed this actually last week when I was going with my hearing stuff. In case you weren't tuned in, I'm just going to show you. These are the headsets, and it's the base that we use for when we're on the bike for communicating. Because I'm on the tandem bike, when we're going the wind noise and everything, I usually can't hear my captain very well. So with these on, it's just effortless. We can talk to each other, have a conversation, not only for safety, but it makes the ride much more enjoyable. So.
Okay. Oh, it's stuck. Oh.
Yep.
Cool. Okay.
Cool. Well,
so that's two of them, right? So we got. Well, that's the biking and the swimming.
And the running. We talked about a little bit, the shoes, that are the right shoes, but also when we run, I can do it with you. If you show, we hold hands like this and go like this and run like this. So it actually works really well.
I think we normally actually go like that.
We do.
That felt really weird for a second.
It did. And you can still get that range of motion, even though we're holding hands. You still get that range of motion while you're running, and it feels great. It's one of those things. Running is my least favorite out of all of them, but I've come to like it a lot more as I've done it more. I mean, I've gotten in better shape, but also just the doing it and being fluid with it. So I encourage you guys, if you haven't done a triathlon, maybe think about it sometime, or at least in your own life as a metaphor. And that just about concludes.
Did you want to? You have your bike?
Yeah, well, actually, I have some.
You have your bike. Do you want to show your bike?
I'm going to show you the bike, and then I'll have a couple.
Yeah, we got
a couple photos from the triathlon I want to show you. But I'm just going to show you my tandem bike over here. I want to give a big shout out to Jonathan Hubbard, one of my captains and friend, and this is actually his bike. This is the back of it. You can see it's pretty amazing. When we're on it, we can get going a pretty good clip on this bike. But it was definitely a blessing to have friends like Jonathan and captains to ride with. So there you go. And then, yeah, I want to show you a couple pictures from this last triathlon.
Okay, going over.
On a tablet.
Yes, I do. So we got a few here.
Yep.
You can see my reflection in it, but this is them coming out of the water. Look how beautiful that sky was. Ridiculous. This is them on the bike, just going ham on the bike right there. We got palm trees and mountains in the background, Drew. It's nice. Yeah, they book it on the bike. I would say the bike is probably, they're them running. I would say the bike is actually your fastest, yeah?
It is, yeah.
They like book it. So like they might be a little bit slower on the swim or something, but they always make it up on the bike. They start passing people. Yep. And this was the guy, I believe, that made your harnesses, right? A picture here with a guy that's not a keel.
Yeah, his name's Glenn.
His name's Glenn, so Xterra wetsuits. He's the one that actually kind of makeshifted his
the harnesses
so that he could swim and not run into people.
Yep.
So yeah. That's kind of what like a triathlon's all about. Look how beautiful it is. There they are.
Oh, it was. It was perfect weather. I mean, we couldn't have asked for any better weather.
That one's a cool picture.
Definitely a blessing. And I'm doing this one again next year, 2018, with HITS Triathlon. That's the organization. They put it on. I'm definitely going to do it again next November or next December. So
cool.
It was great. So my friends, this is the triathlon. Now you know what I use, how I do triathlons. I believe you should try one yourself. But either way, I think these three, running, biking, and swimming, are metaphors, as I said, for your facets of life. One might be more difficult than the next. One might be a little more challenging. One might be easier. But like anything in life, you keep going, get through all three of them to the finish line. And I think I'm going to conclude there. If you haven't gotten my free guide yet, I encourage you to check it out. The 5 Keys to Living a No Excuses Life, filled with joy, peace, and prosperity. You can get it at drewsinspirations.com. That's DREWS, wordinspirations.com. And I definitely would love you to check it out. Just stay in touch, and I want to hear any comments you guys have, any suggestions you have for further Facebook Lives, things you would like to see how a blind guy does something, or just anything else you're interested in. Any questions, really anything goes. Until then, my friends, always remember that the best is yet to come.